I did my first pub stopover last night. So I've heard a lot of people do this, but I've done sort of like van life for a year, and this is the first time that I've done it. But you can just sort of go into a pub and be like, hey, if I have dinner in here tonight, can I just stay in your car park? And there are some pubs that have like proper campsites that you have to pay for, but to be honest, I don't like doing that because I can just park for free on the road. But last night I'd done a lot of driving and I was just bloody knackered, and I really just wanted a proper like nice dinner. So I found a place that just looked like they did good grub, and when I pulled into their car park, I just thought, this is a banging car park. I want to stay here tonight. And why it was a banging car park, it's got a lot of divided sections, a bit like you get on some like campsites. So I picked one of the smaller ones, so it was just my van in there, so I knew nobody would sort of park up next to me, so I could just have a bit of space. I'm surrounded by trees, as you can see in the background. There is a busy road behind me, but apart from that, it was just a cracking place to park up. It's really nice. Had an absolutely banging dinner, and I just sat in the pub for a bit and just read my book, drank a little glass of red wine, and had a really nice evening. They were so sound when I went in and just said, hey, can I have dinner and stay in your car park for the night? It was absolutely no problem. I think that's partly because the place is called the Lock Keepers, and it's called that because it's right on the canal, so you get a lot of boat people here, and boat people very similar to van people, but you know, boats rather than vans. So yeah, they were really sound. So I'm just going to go for a little walk along the docks because it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I just want to get a bit of, I would say sunshine in my eyes, but it's not very sunny up there, but it's still nice to get a bit of daylight on you and have a little wander. So I'm going to do that. I'll just show you the car park so you can see. So yeah, this is the car park, and as you can see, my van is in a nice little secluded area by itself. But yeah, it's really nice and quiet here. And that's the pub just there. And here we go, not far from the car park, you got this lovely little canal. A little bit to walk. Well, this is a really lovely place to have a walk. It's really nice. There's a few swans, and I just met a lovely lady. She was out on a morning walk, mug of tea in hand, with her little dog and cat following along. So I had a nice little cuddle with her pets. And yeah, it's really nice here. So I'm going to continue walking down the canal and enjoy this fresh air. There's a couple of the swans. They're the couple of cygnets, you can tell, because they're still a little bit grey. Whereas Mummy and Daddy Swan are just there, just about to go for their morning swim, getting in the water, wiggling their tail feathers. I don't know why, but I just love it when ducks and birds like that wiggle their bottoms. It just makes me smile. There we go, off they go, gracefully swimming down the canal for the day. I've always wanted to go on a canal boat, like have a canal holiday, and I think I have always imagined that I could easily live on a boat, a bit like how I can easily live in a van. It has appealed to me a lot, that boat life. So yeah, maybe one day, at least a canal holiday, I'd like to experience that, so I can yeah, just travel the waters. Found a nice little bench to have a sit on. This bench isn't actually for anyone. A lot of benches that I sit on, they've got like a little plaque dedicated to someone, but this is just a bench. But I am enjoying it immensely. The further I walk down this canal, the more I'm sort of like thinking, I could totally live on a canal. It's so peaceful. It's just so peaceful. I feel like you'd get all the benefits of van life, but you're on a boat and there's no traffic. I mean, I'm sure there are, you know, canals that do get a bit busy with boats, but not like the roads. So yeah, I think I could easily be converted to boat life. Yeah. Although I don't know if I fancy the idea of, you know, not converting a boat. You know, most boats are already done, but I don't know. Boat maintenance, that's a little different to to van maintenance. So yeah, I feel like I'd probably need like a boatman to help me out with that. But yeah, I could definitely do boat life. I could really get in on that. It's just so nice being on the water and being like by water. It's just very relaxing. So yeah, I'm just going to have a few meditative moments by this canal and amongst all this nature, and yeah, have a very nice chilled morning. Some people had quite the little party in this car park last night, so I'm just picking up the rubbish that they left behind. Obviously it does really bother me that people litter, but equally it'd bother me even more if I didn't pick it up. So yeah, just because they didn't take responsibility of their waste doesn't mean that I can't take responsibility for it. So I'm going to clear this up. The other thing that really pees me off is this. Dog poo bags left. I mean, I'd prefer it if you just left the dog shit, because then at least it could decompose, whereas you put it in a bag. Oh, it just really bothers me when I see them. So I even pick up other people's dog poo bags as well. I do draw the line at picking up condoms though, especially as I've just got bare hands. But to be honest, I don't think these people were shagging. They've got like loads of bottles of this like gas stuff, and there's a party balloon thing there, so I think they were just having another kind of fun. There we go, all cleared away. Nice forest floor again, minus the condom over there which I didn't pick up. Although to be honest, I think I'm going to go tell them in the pub, because all those like gas canisters are quite heavy, a bit heavy for me to pick up, so, and there's not exactly a bin close by. I could put it in my van and then find a bin, but I think I'm just going to let them know at the pub, because they've probably got a dustbin that I can easily chuck it in, or they can come and get the heavy box and do it. So I just went into the pub to let them know that I'd picked up a load of rubbish. I went to let them know because the gas canisters that were there were quite heavy when I put them all together in the box. It was a bit heavy for me to lift over and walk over to the pub, so I just thought I'd let them know that I'd left it all in like a box in a certain place. And the barmaid was like, "But why did you do this? This was so kind." And I was just like, "Oh, I didn't want to like leave it all messy, because it was just, it's a really nice place and there's loads of nature around." And she was like, "Oh, you must come in, I'll give you a coffee." But I was like, "Oh, I've got to go. I'm off to meet a friend in a minute." And she was like, "I'll take you one to take away." So yeah, that was really nice. So I've got a nice little cup of coffee here to drink while I make my way to my friend's house. So I'm really looking forward to catching up with her, because it has been it's probably, I think it's about a year since I've seen her, so it's going to be really nice to see her. And I'm wearing my new skirt that I made myself. I know I can't really show you properly on this, but I made this lovely skirt the other day when I was at my cousin's house, and it was so nice to do some sewing, because I've made quite a few like clothes and like cushions, and I've sewn for years. I really like sewing, but obviously when moving into my van, I put my sewing machine and fabric and all of that into storage, because there's not really room for me to do sewing. So it was so nice to have a day to just make something, and I absolutely love making my own clothes, because you just get something exactly how you want it, and it's unique, there's nobody else going to be walking around in this skirt that I've got on today. So yeah, it just always makes me feel really sort of, I suppose, fancy when I'm wearing my own clothes. I just really like it. It's a really nice feeling.